Lagos, Nigeria, a city that never sleeps, where dreams are born and fortunes are made. With its towering skyscrapers, bustling markets, and vibrant culture, Lagos represents a shining symbol of progress and prosperity in Africa. But amidst the glitz and glamour of Lagos are many underserved and marginalized communities. Families in these communities are faced daily with challenges of inadequate access to clean water, lack of sanitation facilities, and unavailability of health care and educational facilities. According to the 2021 Water Sanitation and Hygiene National Report, WASH norm, only 10% of the over 200 million Nigerian population have access to basic water, sanitation, and hygiene services. And those living in rural areas are 3 times more disadvantaged than those in urban areas. In Lagos State, only 26% of the population have access to water, sanitation, and hygiene services. 34% of residents in urban areas have access to water contaminated with E. coli in their homes. One of the many communities without access to these basic amenities is the Agala community. %80 of the members of the community spend more than 15 minutes looking for water every day. Agala is one of the founding communities in Lagos State, a stone's throw from the bubbling commercial Lagos mainland, but completely marginalized.
Agala wà ní under Amu of local government. Agala tí mo wà náà tí mo jẹ baálẹ̀ ńsìn ó ti ń exist ńsìn over 500 years back. Challenges tí ní ìgbà títí wa yìí táwa rí ó pọ̀. Àlómi. Kọ̀ǹga tá à ń gbẹ́ mi báyìí kò dáa.
Kọ̀ǹga yẹn dẹ̀ lélẹ̀ omi yẹn máa ń pọ́n. Tá bá fi fọ white ó máa ń ba white jẹ́.
Kò sí iléèwé, iná kò sí kankan.
Especially toilet yẹn gangan ìyẹn ni challenges tó lágbára jù torí kò sí ibi tá ti lè toilet.
Tínú bá ń ṣe mí tá bá fẹ́ lọ yàgbẹ́ lébùté kúrú èbúté là ń lọ a lè réyàn kéèyàn máa yàgbẹ́ lọ́wọ́ lébùté ẹ̀yin máa dúró ẹ̀ pàgbẹ́ mọ́ra títí ẹni yẹn máa fi yàgbẹ́ tán lébùté tó máa kọjá kẹ́yìn náà tó lọ yàgbẹ́ ni.
We lack every social amenities. So anytime I talk about social amenities, I lack it.
Láti ṣe ń bá àwọn èèyàn wa fa gan nítorí omi yẹn náà dẹ̀ ni.
Torí àwọn ọmọ wa gbogbo ìgbà ni wọ́n ń sìkì àwa ìyá pàápàá bàbá ti jẹun díẹ̀ pọ́ọ̀jì rí a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbọ̀nsẹ̀ ni.
I suffer one thing níbí báyìí wọ́n dẹ̀ jẹ́ kó pé omi ló kọ̀ sẹ́ that is typhoid in which ó lead to operation fún mi.
Mo pé ibi tó rí bá dáyàn sí lèèyàn ń gbé àwọn bàbá náà gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ irú bá yẹ sọ kí kò sómi yẹn náà irú àwọn omi kọ̀ọ̀kan wà tó yẹ pé kọ̀ọ̀gá náà ni so àwọn mú bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹlòmíì máa ń bọ́ ilẹ̀ ẹlòmíì ò lè máa bọ́ ilẹ̀ àmú bẹ́ẹ̀ àdéhùn bí ẹ máa rí kó máa sick.
Nígbà tí mo fi bí ọmọ mi second born mi yẹn one day mo ti ra bottle water ìmọ̀ change máa ń pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ èèyàn gbà mí wọ́n á wò pé one day kí n boil omi fún mo boil omi yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ kankan tí mo notice ni pé ọmọ yẹn ń yàgbẹ́.
Àfi tójò bá tún rọ̀ àwọn tó bá ní interest ní omi òjò torí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ láìkí omi òjò pẹ̀tẹ́ àwọn tó bá ní interest lórí ẹ̀ wọ́n ń gbà sílé tán mu.
Láti ìgbà tó ti bí àwa ìkànga ilẹ̀ omi inú ilẹ̀ bí iná ìlàmú náà fi bọ́ tó wá dàgbà.
Àwọn la fi ń wẹ̀ la fi ń ṣe gbogbo la fi ń dáná.
NGO tó kọ́kọ́ wá tá a rí impact wọn àwọn ni the young book ones so mo tún fàsìkò ìdúpẹ́ fún wọn. Àwọn ló jẹ́ ká mọ Optimal Green Foundation.
Optimalgreening Foundation.
This community was introduced to us by another NGO, Young Bookworms. It's an education NGO, and they were working with children here in this community because, as you know, they don't have schools here. And they told us about the challenges the children and the community were facing because they didn't have access to clean water. And they said, you need to come in here and help these people. So we came and we took a look, and we saw that the situation was really dire.
It was difficult for me to believe that in a city like Lagos, we have a community without access to basic facilities like water, healthcare facility, and school. So in a whole community, we don't have any of such. And this is a place that is not far from the city center.
They understand that when people cross the water and come here and say they want to help them, they want to provide clean water for them, and they start doing the work towards that, that doing is what differentiates us from, I think, many other NGOs or people who may have come and promised, because they've told us stories about other entities who've come and promised a lot of things. Maybe they wanted something in return, but never came to fruition.
Optimal Greening Foundation mission is clear. It is to provide sustainable water, sanitation, and hygiene solutions to underserved communities in Africa. And Agala community was chosen as the pilot project. Driven by a shared vision for a brighter future, OGF collaborated with the community leaders to lay the foundation for a transformation that will change the lives of the people of Agala.
OGF's vision is basically to restore dignity to Africans. And we want to do that in communities that are marginalized and underserved, such as Agala. The WASH project is one that is quite unique and different from your typical WASH project in the sense that it's innovative, it's renewable, and it's circular. So what we've done is we've designed a solution that provides clean water, but also takes care of waste from the sanitation facility, basically human waste, in a circular manner through the anaerobic digester that we have installed here. That then produces biogas, which displaces firewood that most of the women use for cooking here in the community.
And we know the health implication, the smoke and all those things. Now this is providing them with a safe and a clean place for cooking. So we have a kitchen which we do, the community kitchen. They go in there, they cook their food in a clean environment, reducing the rate of contamination, and then with a clean source of energy that doesn't have effect on their health condition. So it's a very circular and holistic approach. You get water, you get sanitation, and at the same time you are being empowered economically.
You never fall, you always grow and your children.
So stakeholder engagement is core to what we do at OGF. And so when we came into the community, the first thing we did was to establish direct relationship with not just the Bale, who's the chief here, but all of the subgroups within the community. And we've just built and developed on those relationships. And through doing that, we've told them that, look, while we are here to develop this project, part of the sustainability plan is for the community to own, operate, and maintain these facilities.
The components of the WASH intervention project begin to take shape piece by piece as the OGF team and their project partners begin to bring this dream to life.
The WASH project in Agala is about providing clean water to the people of Agala. And because it is an off-grid community, to be able to run that water infrastructure, energy is needed. Being an energy provision company, GVE's role in this project is to ensure that this water infrastructure is powered. And we are doing that by providing solar installations to power the water infrastructure in Agala.
So Effort Concept is an indigenous company We are into civil and environmental engineering. Part of the environmental engineering installation work is what we came here to do, which is biodigester.
EDP is an energy company, and we work in the entire value chain of energy. So we also have a big and strong social investment policy. The program that I manage, the Access to Energy Fund, is a yearly competition. So every year we open a call, and organizations from all around the world apply to our fund to have funding for their projects. So OGF was one of the projects that applied and presented a really good project with high impact in the community. So this is the main reason it was chosen from more than 100 applications.
What we did was to re-engineer the water treatment process to make it a much more effective and convenient for a riverine community like this, where disposable income is low, but they also need the same good quality water you have in the city.
Hydrogenesis is into borehole drilling. We're providing water for them. My own is just to drill a borehole and make the water available for them to use.
It's been quite an interesting and a challenging process at the same time, looking at the fact that the community is an island community and it's a remote community. So access to the community, it's a bit difficult on the regular because it's not like you have boats coming in and going out.
You have to charter, they can't just come on your own.
Bringing material from mainland to this place, but with the help of the ballet, like I said, we are able to overcome that.
We faced quite a number of challenges, but I think maybe I will speak about obviously raising funds. We started off with crowdfunding, getting donations here and there, but by the time we realized the extent to which we needed to pump in money for this project, we realized that we couldn't do it on crowdfunding, and so we had to go out there and raise funds. And luckily, we were able to tell a compelling story that allowed us to attract grant. And then also when the drillers came with the drilling rig, getting a barge to then bring the rig onto Agala Island and disembarking onto Agala Island without a proper jetty was a major challenge. But so far we've been, blessed that the stars have been aligned for us and for the people of Agala, most importantly, because they are the beneficiaries of all of these efforts. And so there is something good about the community that resonates with goodness, and that everything is just playing out in spite of the challenges and coming to fruition.
They have been very, very accommodating, and they are willing to support every activity on ground.
In any village you go, you will hear people come. If you are coming as a contractor, bring money, but these people here want water. They are ready to do anything to get it, and they showed it.
To the people of Agala community, this is not just a construction, it's the birth of a new beginning.
Wọ́n ní ìyà ọ̀jẹ̀ ló sọ pé ó gbọ́n, ẹni bá ti jìyà rí tó bá gbádùn díẹ̀ kò ní fẹ́ padà sínú ìyà mọ́ o. Àti yan committee tó fẹ́ security ni, ẹni tó bá wa clean toilet ni, gbogbo everything láti yàn sílẹ̀.
A máa maintain ẹ̀, tá a bá ti réyàn kan tó fẹ́ gbọ́wọ́ burúkú, àwa náà la máa mọ bá a ṣe máa.
Tán bá rí padà wá, tán bá kàn wò, tán rí pé ìdúró tá a fi maintain ẹ̀, orí wọn á tún wú láti ṣe àwọn nǹkan míì tán rí pé I need in the community.
The need for a sustainable wash solution cannot be overemphasized. The people of Agala, who were once plagued with waterborne diseases and dire living conditions, now experience transformation in their health, personal hygiene, and lives with access to clean water and sanitation facilities.
It's going to be interesting when you bring a toilet facility to a community like this where open defecation is really 100% of the community. People have to understand why they need to go into a toilet as opposed to just do their business out in the open. They have to understand that there are health implications of being out there rather than using the toilet. We have to teach them how to use the toilet, how to wash their hands, why they should wash their hands after using the toilet. So there's a lot of training, and this is going to be done through the youth the women and the committee that we've set up to manage all of the facilities.
And then they are checking that, ensuring that if there's need for any repair or anything is done immediately. So they are solely responsible for the facility. So they are the ones we're holding on to for sustainability.
So we anticipate an increase in productivity, not only for the men, but also for the women, and particularly for the women and girls who oftentimes spend a lot of time out there trying to fetch clean water. And so some of them are not going to school, sell or work because they are spending time caring for the home and all these domestic needs that require water. So we hope that water right here in the community frees up time for them to then go to school, to then go and be productive outside the home, which then has a knock-on effect on their social economic status, right? So we expect to see an increase in income, we expect to see them doing more things, being more healthy, and then just well-being, just being happier.
The journey does not end here, as OGF's maintenance plan ensures the sustainability of the newly installed borehole and sanitation facilities, and the Agala community is committed to taking ownership of their future.
A ti ń rápẹ̀rẹ̀ pé a fẹ́ lè gbé ayé tó dáa, because ìgbà tá a bá ti ń lo omi tó dáa, àìsàn kọ́lẹ́rà ó ti jìnnà sí wa. Ìgbà tí a bá yàgbẹ́ sí èbúté mọ́, yànyàn mú ò ní jẹ́ wá bí ti tẹ́lẹ̀ mọ́.
Nígbà tá a ti rí omi sìn, ṣe mọ̀ pé ó ti add to our health.
Changes tí a expect láti rí ó ti ń fojú hàn sí, nítorí pé inú wa ti ẹ̀dùn gan-an pé Àgàlà lè wá develop dépò pé wọ́n máa gbèrú project yẹn wá sí ìlú Àgàlà.
Ìdùnnú ti dé bá wa, ayọ̀ ti dé bá wa, orí gbogbo ìṣòro tá à ń kojú orí lójú nípa tàwọn ọmọdé. A kú ńbẹ̀.
Gbogbo ibi tó ń dẹ̀ ti rí owó tó fi ṣe fún wa náà àpò wọn ò ní gbẹ. Wọ́n á tún rí yìí tí nǹkan ńláńláńláńláńlá wọ́n á tún máa rí ṣe fún wa lágbára Ọlọ́run, àwa náà á dẹ̀ mọ́ lóore fún wọn.
OGF coming into Agala community is a step in the right direction. With time, energy now also comes on board. So that is why this collaboration is important to us.
For OGF, the vision for the future extends beyond Agala to many more communities in Lagos State and beyond.
It is rewarding to see that all of our efforts over the last 9 to 12 months or so have finally come to fruition, and seeing all the women and little children excited and the impact that this clean water and the sanitation facilities will have on them. It's really a template to go into other similar vulnerable communities here in Lagos and across Nigeria and replicate this solution so that we can have broader social impact and bring, really, water is life, bring life to all of these people who are lacking access to clean water and sanitation.
There is need for innovations around energy change, which OGF is pioneering. We're happy to partner with them in the water space. We believe that corporates should support them more so that in terms of green solutions, reducing global warming and climate change impact will go a long way, especially communities that are closer to the Atlantic that are very vulnerable.
There's joy in assisting others. The greatest joy you have in earth is to see your brother happy. So anything you can do to help your brother or your sister, do it.
To all the individuals who donated, we would like to say thank you. And we would like to see them continue to donate and tell their friends and their colleagues to also donate. How can they do that? Well, we have a website. So if they go to optimalgreening.com and they click on the foundation page, they will see a button there that says donate. And that's how they can donate towards the cause. So we are imploring private companies to also support the cause and donate to OGF and other similar organizations doing these kinds of work. And then lastly, from a public sector standpoint, we're working with local government authorities, Ministry of Environment. We're partnering with them to leverage some of the work they've already doing in establishing communities that need this kind of work and support. And so we're working hand in hand with them to be able to get into the next set of communities and bring more of these solutions to such communities.
One thing that is quite important is forge partnerships. Don't try working alone. There is always some organization or people or NGOs, companies that are willing to collaborate to do this project. So if you work with someone else, I believe you can do a better job and be able to reach more people.
This is a message to organizations that are probably thinking and wondering, how do I contribute to society? Find another impact-driven organization like yourselves. Find ways to partner. It is limitless. There are a lot of things you can do, and there are a lot of ways you can change people's lives.
It's a call to action. A reminder that we can all be a part of something greater, supporting NGOs and advocating for sustainable wash projects in marginalized communities.